Good morning, everybody. As far as meme machines go, you are somewhat hard pressed to find a more meme-tastic vehicle than the Landsverk USH 405. There's a few of them, certainly. There's a couple mouse droids in the Italian tree that are pretty close, but this thing just it just makes you want to laugh. It just makes you want to laugh and laugh, and then go drive it. It brings to mind for me, this may be a throwback reference because it's a little ways back, but it brings to mind for me Cousin It's car from the Addams Family movies of the early 90s. I know that there is actually, like, you can look up that vehicle and figure out what it is because they used it in one of the Cars movies too as the bad guy, but anyway, that's what it makes me think of, the like German car or something with the door on the front of it instead of a tiny little car. But that's what it makes me think of, and let's stop wasting time talking about that. So this thing has got two rocket barrage. I don't even know what to call them. Two rocket launchers with built-in magazines, I guess, up on the top. They're unguided rockets. They're dumbfire. They do have some curve to them when they're stock. I took this thing in a test drive and I fired them. And not either the left side or the right side. They both tail off to the left as you're firing. So firing this way, both rockets kind of curve off a little to the left as they go. Not that drastically, but a little. There's a little tail off down and to the left. So they've got a little natural die-off action there. So I assume that will change with adjustment of fire modification and so on, but that's how it is anyway, so we'll be watching out for that in battle. Let's take a look at the modifications. So they are heat anti-tank grenade rockets, and they go through 330 at flat pen, all distances, down to 165 at 60 degrees. So not a guaranteed kill-all, but a pretty good weapon. There's also a high explosive that I don't think I'm going to bother with, because primarily this thing only has 18 rounds of ammo, and then you have to go back and reload, and you can't reload individual rockets. You have to fire them empty and then reload from scratch, and it takes a while to do so. Another key feature of this is two crew. You got the driver and you got the gunner. So certainly going to be easy to kill this thing because you've only got to hit one of them. So basically any hit is going to do it, and it sure looks like most machine gun rounds are going to be able to take this thing out. So you're going to have to be really careful. However, on the plus side, you can fire both the left side and right side rocket launcher at the same time, and you can fire off all 18 rockets as fast as you can click both buttons on your mouse. Alright, so let's take a look at the X-ray, because armor is basically irrelevant, but there you can see the rotary magazines for the rocket launchers. They're like insta-feed, so you don't have to fire it and then wait for a reload to get into the chamber. They're essentially, you fire and the next one is there ready to go. There is basically no reload time, at least in the test drive. And then other than that, we've got an engine, we've got a transmission, and we've got the two crew members. That's really it. There's nothing else to hit. I'm pretty sure if you put a shot straight through here, you probably wouldn't kill the thing, but it might hull break anyways, just because it's such a light-skinned little thing with basically nothing to it. Odds are, if you hit something right here, you're going to spall damage into the commander and kill him anyway. So, there you go. There's your X-ray. As far as armor, I don't know why this shows up as red, because it's certainly not going to be difficult to penetrate by anything, but I think the difference is this is the most armored part of the vehicle, hence it shows up in red, whereas these are not. I think that's how the armor penetration indicator works, is this is the red is the hardest thing to pen, and then, easiest in green, as opposed to this is actually well armored. So there we have it. The only thing left really to look at is the speed is pretty good. That should be something to take advantage of. And from everyone I've talked to in my squadron who has this thing, the speed is also one of the biggest detriments, because the braking distance is like 2.5 football fields. Any type of football you care to mention. So let's take a peek at the customizations real quick. We've got tricolor wavy. Looks pretty decent. For 280 kills. We've got bicolor winter for 400 kills. And we've got unicolor winter for 200 golden eagles. So that's actually one of the better coverage white camos I've seen. Most of them have so much of the green showing through underneath that it's basically bicolor winter camo, but that's actually pretty well covered. I am not going to buy any of these camos just because I'm going to see if I can earn them. And that, friends, is pretty much that for the intro. Let's throw this thing into some battles and see just how much memery we can achieve here. Okay, let's get to it. So wheeled vehicle penalty in sand is pretty strong. And you don't get scouting, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. It is a tank destroyer, although there are plenty of tank destroyers that do have scouting. It feels like this thing would not be amiss with the scouting ability, but it's okay. Holy God. Almost skidded right past. He has to see me, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, well, the battle itself was fine, just not so much with the USH-405, but, you know, it happens. I expected the brakes to be bad, I just didn't expect them to be that bad in sand. Normally, vehicles have a hard time moving in sand, and therefore, when you try to stop, you just stop. You don't skid in sand. But, you know, this is War Thunder. Alright, let's try this again, with another sand map, of course. I bet I'm going to get sand and snow this entire day. Though, for what it's worth, this map isn't as bad with the sand penalty. And we're out of here. Ooh, the reverse speed isn't that great. Wow, the reverse speed is bordering on terrible. Okay, friendly. Now, as far as the turret rotation speed, it is basically neither great nor terrible. Oh, there's one right there. Did he see me? I don't think he sees me. We gotta be careful, though. Alright. Got him. I think he saw me at the last second. The gun depression, relatively speaking, is pretty good. Where did I just... Okay. Why is somebody up there? Why would you even be up there in a domination battle? Alright, let's see what kind of luck we can get climbing a hill here without any upgrades and without any sand to slow us down. And yeah, I know. The guy was there to kill people like me who went to the hill that I went to. I know that's why he was there. I know that's why anyone would go to that spot. The point is, it's nowhere near a capture point. That was the whole question, was why would you go there? Thanks, fellas. It's too bad this thing doesn't have scouting. But it doesn't, so we'll deal with it and move on. The engine sounds are kind of funny. These guys squatted together, they seem like they must be. They are not. Oh, God. Got him. That was close. The Panther gave me a heart attack, and then the Egg Tiger gave me, or the Waffenträger, rather, gave me an aftershock heart attack. I can see him right there. That works. Got him on fire. Oh. Couldn't quite break his tracks, though. Anybody else down there? Oh yeah, there's a couple of them. Oh, here we go. Got his gunner and his loader. We should go get more ammo, but what I'm gonna do is try and go get those tigers. Or this guy. What did that first rocket do? Go right through him? There's no way for it to go under him. One rocket left. And it didn't hit where I was trying to aim it. Oh dear. Well, now we need some help. We are toast. There's nobody nearby. Oh, come on, bomb! No! It broke his tracks, though, which might give me the opportunity to finish capping. I thought I had been saved. Come on, IS-2. Come on, IS-2. He's looking at me. Nail him. Yes! That's so beautiful. You the man, Burger Killer. Oh my god, we don't... Oh, the rockets don't load individually. I thought they loaded individually. That's worse than I thought. So that Waffenträger must have bounced sideways off my front plate, because that's all he did was injure my driver. He has to have fired basically at this angle right here and just hit my the front skin of the driver door. It's the only thing that makes any sense. I am so amazed that I survived that tiger encounter. Panther just took out our eyes too. That's not good. Where'd he go, M41? Oh, that's not good. Oh no. Well, this is not good. Uh-oh. That's not great. Oh, no. I can't do anything about him. I can move. The other guy's still around here? Sounds like it. Oh yeah. He's here, somewhere close. Oh, they got him, okay. See if we can hunt down our friend, the Panther 2. Now he knows where I am, roughly, and I have a rough idea, a very rough idea where he is. But I also have no engine power to go after him with, so this is going to be something. I'm not sure I can even climb this little hill in front of me. I wonder if he's even still alive. He is still alive. I'm not exactly sure what I was hitting there. I assume I was firing over him. I thought I was done. I thought he was going to get me. Alright, we're going to try and make it into Bravo to repair, because it's downhill. Limped my way into B to repair at the end. Not too bad for a third battle. Not too bad at all. Hopefully that got me parts. It did indeed. Okay. Let's see what kind of extra RP we have left over. A pretty fair amount towards FPE. FPE I'm going to get just because I survived a hit to my engine. I survived a couple hits there, so obviously the potential to burn out is there. Horizontal drive and tires are going to be very soon after that. Alright, how bad is the sand in Guadalcanal here? It's actually not really bad. Nice. That's a pleasant surprise. We're not suffering too much of a sand penalty. Also, where is our team? In this case, I just mean they're not spawned in, not like, why aren't they here helping me? Not at all. I don't care about that. Nobody's actually coming. Man, this could be fun. This is actually a pretty decent little spot right here. You can cover both sides of this hill. You're completely impervious from over there, and you're fairly hard to spot to begin with. Sorry, light tank, you weren't actually moving towards the cap when I started capping. Oh, well, I think that surprised him. That's one of the best things about this thing's rapid rocket replacement technology, is if you just underestimate a shot or overestimate a shot, you can adjust fire extremely quickly. That's probably what makes it the most dangerous. Uh-oh. That's an issue. I don't know if he saw me or not. Oh god, we can't make it up this hill. Whew. And yeah, I've mostly been firing both rockets throughout this video just because I want to ensure a hit. You're better off not doing that, but I'm mostly just, I want to make sure I actually hit the things I'm shooting at when I have a very short window for firing like I just did there. Oh my. Look what we found here. I thought that was actually a Yag Panther that I'm shooting at now, but it's a Yag, or it's a regular Tiger 2, rather, not a Yag Tiger. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. I just said brakes, not... Alright, a fuel tank hit that didn't blow him out. There we go. That's got him on fire. Now, since he's burning out, I'm trying to save the rest of my rockets because I only have a few left. While I move in and try to capture here. Is he not burning out? Oh, okay. No! No! Wow. Alright, that went pretty well. Could probably wrap up on that. I don't know what else there really is to show to demonstrate this thing. I mean, honestly, there really isn't much else to demonstrate for the USH 405 than what I've already shown. We'll go with tires. Tires would be good, so would horizontal drive. I'm really torn between the two of them. I'm going to go with tires because most of the places I've been trying to get to are uphill in this game, and you can kind of compensate for horizontal drive by pre-positioning your gun and or being careful about how you go about attacking enemies. But you can't do much about getting up some of the hills that the tires just aren't going to help with. Also, there's the whole skidding 500 feet past your targeted stop point problem, so, you know. Well, that has certainly got to be one of the easiest new vehicle videos I have done, and I make no apologies for this whatsoever. I will switch back and put my normal decals on now, but I had to do it for the video. I had to. So, yeah, that's legit. Just the first 4 battles I've played, as you can see right here. I played 4 battles, and you saw all 4 of them. So, there you have it. Not much more I feel like I really need to go into for this thing. Be careful with shooting your rockets empty. If you can be a little more a little more precise with your aiming and take your time and aim a little more carefully than I was doing for the sake of this video, you can certainly be more efficient. I mean, you're not necessarily going to get one-hit kills most of the time because these are heat warheads, but you can get a severely crippling, disabling shot with your first one and then probably follow up with no more than 2 follow-up shots. And with 18 rockets in here, assuming an estimate of 3 rockets per target to destroy, you're looking at 6 kills per battle without having to reload. You know, best case scenario. Now that's like fighting against things like American T-Heavies or Tiger 2s or, you know, T-95s. You're probably going to need at least 3 rockets to kill most of those things, maybe more. If you run into a bunch of SPAA, you're probably going to knock those out in, one shot. Or if you run into hull breakable things and you hit them in a hull breakable component, that's probably going to do it too. So, conservatively, I'd say you got a pretty good chance of 6 kills without running out of ammo. And, estimate from there whether or not you've been up-tiered or down-tiered. But this was a fun little thing to drive, actually. Be really careful on getting up to top speed and then encountering enemies and trying to stop, because it's probably not going to happen. It'll be interesting to see with the brake upgrade and with tires done to see whether or not I can actually stop this thing a little better. But as far as engine power, it certainly seemed like it was all right. There was just the one case on the hill on Guadalcanal there in Jungle where I couldn't get up the hill on that little bit right by the capture point there. But that was really it. So I don't really think there's too much else to talk about. I wouldn't really recommend bringing the HE shells because high explosive anti-tank is still high explosive. It's just a shape charge instead of a full 360 blast frag radius, So I think that pretty much covers it. 2 crew members, big weakness. Brakes initially when you're stock, very big weakness. And having to fire all your rockets empty to be able to reload them, and not having them reload individually, but rather as the whole set of 9 per side. Those are probably the biggest weaknesses that I would see, and the no armor. But no armor, at least in this case, equals speed, as opposed to the IKV-91, where no armor doesn't equal speed. But that's it. I think I've belabored the point enough, so I will wrap it up there. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Good luck with the USH-405s. I expect to see lots of people memeing the hell out of them and generally being cancerous. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Take care of yourselves and be safe out there.